back to Mindbreakers on the line. We're going to go to Lower Sahalee. Hello, Peter. How are you this morning?
Good, Shelley. How are you?
Really well. Later on this morning, we're going to meet a Kamloops pilot who is sharing some outstanding video that he has taken while flying his ultralight trike. So our question for you, Peter, what would happen if his motor failed mid-flight? Do you have any idea?
Yeah, you just kind of keep your cool and then glide it down and land it.
That's right. He could safely glide it to the ground without power, or you could deploy an emergency parachute. Now, tell us why you actually know the answer to that.
Oh, well, a number of years ago, because probably overseed about 4 people.
Interesting. Well, thank you for the call. Great to talk to you. I'm going to put your name in the draw for the Daybreak mug and our new very cool retro T-shirt, and we're going to hear more about that story from Doug Herbert. He's going to take us to the airport at 8:20. Thanks for the call, Peter. Hobbies and things.
People are very...
A hand gliding pioneer in Czechoslovakia in 1970s now lives here in Kamloops. I think he's retired. He's fallen in love with this city because he's flown over it so many times, right? Just completely loves every inch of this city. So we're going to meet one of Kamloops' biggest boosters at 7:45. And I'm hoping you're posting some photographs to our Facebook page too, are you?
Yes, we will have some Facebook posts, and I believe, what is it? I think he said he's going to be on at 7:45. He's actually going to join us at 10 after 8. We mixed things up this morning on our scripts.
Just a small error. He's coming up in just
I don't think I put the right time down on my script there. So
that's all right.
Yes, he is coming in about 10 minutes. Wait to meet Jan. He's quite the character.
8:18, this is Daybreak. Good morning on CBC Radio 1. You've seen him flying over Kamloops, Merritt, or possibly up over Barrier, or maybe you've seen his beautiful videos of the area on social media. Jan Nadamlensky takes his time as he flies. He collects a lot of photographs, some amazing video. His plane is quite unique, actually. It's known as an ultralight trike. Daybreak's Doug Herbert met up with Jan at his hangar at the Kamloops airport.
When I fly, and usually minimum I fly 1 hour, my cameras are running non-stop. So when I come home, I have from 1 hour fly, I have 4 hours of videos. It's very difficult to make short video because no matter where you look, Kamloops is so picturesque and so I would say sexy. That's unbelievable. That's the variety. From meadows, which there are certain parts which looks like in Switzerland, to mountains, hills, desert, lush forest, lakes, rivers, everything is here. And my name is Jan Nadamlensky. I've been living in Kamloops since 2012. Moved in from Alberta, and this is my kingdom.
This is quite the kingdom at the Kamloops airport. You've got a number of things in here. I see a boat, a motorhome, and this would be the big piece de resistance, I guess, as it were.
Flying toy.
So what do we have here?
This is part of ultralight category. This particle is called trike because it's a tricycle type of wheels, and it's basically motorized hang glider.
A motorized hang glider, and I've seen you flying over Kamloops in this. Yeah. I take it since you've moved, that's become one of your big hobbies.
Yeah, I have almost 15,000 kilometers flown in this region, so I saw definitely much more than average or majority of Kamloopsians.
What makes you want to fly in an open air contraption like this?
I'm always been attracted to unusual things, and this fits into this category. I started in 1974 with hang gliding, and this is natural progress because hang glider you have to go to a hill somewhere, and
this way you can just take off straight from your hangar.
Yeah, exactly, almost from my hangar. Yeah.
I hear your accent. Where are you from originally?
Original Czech from communist Czechoslovakia, left in 77.
Wow, so you'd already got into hang gliding at that point?
Yeah, I was hang gliding. I was one of the first. In that time, I didn't know anybody. But next week I met about 5 people, so I don't know if I was before them or because it took me also about months to put it together. I built my own and learned on my own, never took any lesson, nothing.
So I guess the fear of heights isn't a big thing for you.
No, I am scared only if somebody's walking on the edge, so we have some kind of like a feeling in my stomach when I see somebody else. So, and in my head is always running, what if?
So when I'm looking up at you flying over my house and I'm thinking, who is that person? What happens if their engine stalls out? You get that feeling when you see other people?
Yeah, this would be interesting, but I have a ballistic parachute here. In this canister there is a
in there.
big parachute and here is rocket. And I have trigger here. And all parachute is connected to the top. So if something goes wrong, so theoretically, I pull the parachute, turn the engine off, pull the parachute, and everything will go down.
So how this works, you've got a big propeller on the back, and that sort of gives you enough lift to get up into the, and then you glide?
Well, this is a very big engine. My first strike, smaller one, had only 34 horsepower. The next one had 65, and this is 80 horsepower. So it's lots of power.
What's it like for you flying over Kamloops? I know you did one on the 31st, the final day of the year.
Yeah, I cannot wait for good weather or decent weather, and especially when it's sunny or semi-sunny. And fluffy clouds, because this is the best time to take pictures and video. It looks the most interesting. And I have landing lights, one in front and here. I have also navigation.
Oh yes.
And strobe light. Yeah.
So for something that looks relatively simple, you've got a fair number of controls to it.
No, it's yeah. I used to fly before there was absolutely no instrument. Now when you have instrument, you worry about too many things. So.
What do you get out of it? What have you learned about our city since you started doing this?
I like to explore and take picture, and I have on my website tons of picture from air, but also from the ground up, because I walk around, hike all this. Because sometimes when I fly, I see some interesting stuff. So I mark it into GPS and go to fly over and see what's all around it. I have also, you see, my dual motorcycle. So I go on motorcycle. Sometimes because usually I am on my own, so I don't want to push it too far, because if something goes wrong, it's not fun to go for help. And then I fly there and see. And sometimes I see that I was, let's say, only 50 meters from road, but I didn't know. So.
Have you found any areas here in Kamloops that are sort of special secret spots for you?
I would say that all places, many places, very few people go, because where I go to places, I don't see anybody, just deserted. So this is a good COVID treatment area here.
Must be nice for you to get up and get away from it all.
Yeah, it's very, very joyful. I flew once over here to almost 12,000 feet and turned engine off and glided to the airport, and it was unbelievable. Just quiet and just only the hum of the wind, and so relaxing. From that high, it looks like you are not moving. So this you are suspended amount or above the clouds, and it's. If you never experience that, you don't know. Because first of all, I don't have any windows all around me. Like when you are in a regular plane, you see always the reflection in windows, a little bit haze and scratches and all that. Here, it's nothing surrounding me. From year round since 2012, 2011, there's lots of area explored.
You clearly love what you're doing.
Oh yeah.
That was ultralight pilot Jan Adam Lenski showing his plane to Daybreak's Doug Herbert at the Kamloops Airport. We've posted you've got to see these photographs. I was just looking at them on Twitter. We put some photos and video on our Facebook page. You can also find him at his website, freedomofflying.com. Well, a big deal for Neil Young this week. He has sold 50% of his music catalog